Hello, you have logged into One India News YouTube channel and this is Mariam. Caught between the two nuclear rivals seeking regional dominance is Bhutan. India says it is acting on Bhutan's behalf in the standoff, but its intervention has not resulted in much gratitude in Bhutan. Many in Bhutan feel that India's protective embrace has become suffocating. A leader of the opposition party in Bhutan's National Assembly said, "In case of war between India and China, we would be the meat in the sandwich." For decades, Bhutan has chosen India. More than a half-century ago, Bhutan watched warily as China's communists took power and eventually occupied the neighboring Tibet, with which Bhutan has close ethnic, cultural and religious ties. India offered to defend the kingdom at that time and Bhutan willingly accepted. But the latest standoff has inflamed resentment over India's influence in the country. Particularly, many suspect that India has sought to block Bhutan's efforts to establish diplomatic relations and expand trade with Beijing. An outspoken critic of India's interference in Bhutan has said that Bhutan has every right to its sovereignty, and that is the crux of the matter. We have the right to live the way we want to live and to have the foreign relations we want to have. But when India ordered its troops across the border on June 16, it seemed to do so without a request from Bhutan. While Bhutan has condemned the Chinese road work, it has avoided saying whether it asked India to intervene or not. The Indian government has also cleverly avoided this question time and again. The standoff so far does not involve Bhutanese forces. The state television, the independent news media have all followed the government's diktat and said virtually nothing about the conflict. Many Bhutanese expressed more concern about India's actions rather than China's. Many feel that one effect of India's move has been to undermine border negotiations with China that could have cleared the way for closer economic ties. It is not to be forgotten that there are 4 border areas in dispute between China and Bhutan, 2 in the north and 2 in the west, with Doklam being one of the 2 in the west. In 1998, China proposed ceding the northern areas to Bhutan in exchange for the western ones. And while Bhutan agreed in principle, a final agreement had to be reached. The two were nearing a consensus. After decades of tilting towards India, Bhutan has begun looking north to China. Well, now it's actually uncertain how accepting Bhutan is of India's protection, or rather we should call it interference. That's all for now. For more news and interesting stories, please subscribe to One India News YouTube channel.